My Disney Wish Halloween on the High Seas cruise, day 2, was Nassau. I've been to Nassau a number of times, so today I did not get off the ship, and I was lucky enough to get a brunch reservation at Palo Steakhouse. So I had never been to the adult dining area at all. This was only my second Disney Wish trip. I got myself dressed up. I had brought a dress with me, and I was so excited to have this brunch experience that I've heard so much about. And I will tell you, I really, really did enjoy that experience. When you first walk into the adults only dining area, you come into the bar, which is the Rose. So as you can see here at the very end, you actually have the rose in the mirror and then the beautiful rose on the word rose on the wall. The whole way on the way to that rose is lined with these pictures of the different characters from Beauty and the Beast. This whole area is Beauty and the Beast themed, which I just loved, as that is one of my favorite Disney movies. So I just really enjoyed looking at all of these pictures, as well as looking at the rose and the mirror and such like that. When you get into the bar itself, that is basically, since it's called the Rose, all the little different touches that you'll see in there has to do with the rose itself. Be sure you look at the ceiling of the bar, and you can see that there's actually a rose on the ceiling. And I just think that is so, so pretty. This is a bright bar. It has so many windows and the seats along the windows, so it is bright, it is cheery during the day, and it is open even if you don't have a reservation for either of the restaurants. Enchanté, which was not open at lunchtime, so I was able to go in there and take a look. It is based and themed around Lumiere. This is the fancy French restaurant on board. Again, during the day, so bright and so nice. So many touches to Lumiere, including a collection of candelabra, which was just so unique. They were so different and so fun to look at. Palo, which is Italian and a steakhouse, is where they have the brunch, and then they also have dinner. So that's a little less fancy, but is also so nice. I was seated at this beautiful table right at the back of the ship, and this was my view. I just enjoyed so much looking and watching the activity on the water while I was enjoying my meal. So you can have anything that's on the menu, and you can have the eggs, you can have the waffles, the soup, the antipasto, you can have a pizza, you can have the entree, you can have a couple of them. Most of the items on the antipasto are not to my taste, so I asked my wonderful server Portia if I'd be able to just get the lemon marinated shrimp that's on the seafood option for the antipasto. And she says, of course, if there are things that you just like and things that you don't like, they can make a plate for you of just the things that you like. And I think that is super wonderful. So you also get a choice of a free drink on them. So I chose a glass of Prosecco. So we'll see how that is when it comes. So this is very interesting. I am so excited about the table that I am at. I just love my view. I'll share it with you again. And so far, this is really enjoyable. But I think for one person, this is going to be way too much food. More pictures coming. So here is my glass of Prosecco. It was so good. I'm not a sparkly wine or a white wine person, but I really enjoyed this. You also get to start with the bread basket. I actually didn't try this at all as I didn't want to fill up on the bread, but it looks so good and so unique. Here are some pictures of the menu. I do apologize. I tried to get close-ups. Didn't work very well. Bear with me. I'm still learning how to do a lot of this. But you can get one thing or more than one thing from each of the different categories. And here is where it's really nice to have other people with you, because then you can each pick something and sample a number of different things instead of just one option. Or when you're solo, you can only eat so much. Here are my lemon marinated shrimp. I got 6 of them with the cocktail sauce that I asked for. These were so good. You almost didn't even need the cocktail sauce, to be honest with you. Next, I ordered the celery soup. And this too was so good. It's spiced with Italian sausage and focaccia croutons. I've never had celery soup, so I was not sure what to expect. But this is highly recommended. Yes, it was warm. It wasn't a cold soup. And it just was so, so very tasty. Next came my entree, and I chose the Parmesan crusted chicken breast. It's topped with San Marzano tomato basil sauce and mozzarella cheese, and it sat on a creamy arborio rice risotto. Sorry to keep repeating myself, but this too was delicious. I really, really enjoyed it. The chicken was very tasty. And it wasn't over the top with the tomato basil sauce or the cheese, and it was perfect. I enjoy unsweetened iced tea, so I asked for a glass of unsweetened iced tea. And not only did she bring me the unsweetened iced tea, but the ice cubes were made of tea. And I thought it was so unique. This way, your iced tea does not get watered down as your ice cubes melt. And I just loved it. I just loved it. So at this point, I was really full, but I still had dessert to choose from, and I had to go for it. So I wanted something that was a little bit lighter, and I chose the buttermilk panna cotta pot with strawberry popping pearls and pistachio crumble. It was so light and so tasty. It was a perfect, perfect way to end the brunch on such a wonderful note. So, as I leave you with more pictures of my view, let me sum up for you. The cost is $50 per person for brunch, and I thought it was an excellent cost because what I ordered and what I ate would have cost so much more at a restaurant anywhere at home. And I thought it was very good. The food was delicious. The service was terrific. I wasn't rushed. I would say this took me not quite 2 hours, but fairly close. My server Portia was wonderful. And I would recommend doing this at least once on one of your Disney cruises, if not more. So it really kind of just depends on how you want to spend your time. This is the adult-only section, and it is an extra cost. I hope you enjoyed my video. As always, please like and comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe channel. Thanks, and keep enjoying life through travel.